Forgive an old woman, but I forgot your name. What was it again? Would you mind getting my book from the sleeping quarters? It would spare my bones the trip. It's called Great Voyages. Thank you very much. I've read this old book many times. Seems I find something new each read. And no matter how many times I've read it, it never fails to get me excited for adventure.
Hey Google, set a
Are
timer
you
for
the
1
adventuring type? Ah, after my own heart. I've had a lifetime of it, believe it or not. If you're sticking around in Eastshade, maybe I'll tell you all about it sometime. Captain Ilona told me we'll be landing in Lindo shortly. I think we're all antsy to arrive.
I've never been to Eastshade. I've heard wonderful things about it. Did you know that the people there used to cover their mouths with garments? I've heard that's since gone out of style. Quite a strange fashion fad if you ask me. As long as Eastshade doesn't rock like this ship, I will love it. It's the quaint little seaside town we'll be landing in. It's one of the many gems of the country, I hear. Almost there.
Ooh, that did not sound good.
You've woken. Are you feeling okay? Do you remember what happened? I'm glad your memory's intact. You washed up on this beach just a short while after the ship sank. One doesn't last long in water this cold. From what I've heard, you were the only passenger misplaced during the wreck. The others are safe in town. Eastshade, of course. Specifically, my home. I usually don't take visitors, but in this case I can hardly blame you for floating in unannounced. Only your easel. Don't forget to take it when you leave. Even the frigid tide couldn't bring you to part from it. It must mean a great deal to you. I was about to head into town to share news of your survival. You should go there and let them know yourself. It's just up the path. On your way, then. I was about to head into town to share news of your survival. On your way, then.
on the ship. What happened to you? Oh, thank goodness. We thought you were lost. Oh, what a horrible experience. I'm so glad to see you're safe. What brought you to Eastshade anyway? Very adventurous. You look like you could use a nice cup of tea. Our captain is in a terrible state. I suppose that's to be expected. She won't eat. My family lives here in Lindo. It gets cold around here at night. You shouldn't be out without a proper coat. How have you... Oh yes, I saw that from the ship. It looked as if there was a light coming from inside. After that wreck, I may just settle down.
Aren't I good at flying? Thanks! My dad says that I can do anything as long as I put my mind to it!
Great viewpoint, isn't it? You must be the traveler from the wrecked ship. Oh, good. Ingolf needs some visitors every now and then. I wish he would spend more time in town, but he'd rather be alone. Yes, I run the inn. I always keep a full stock of soup and... When I was young, I traveled all over this island. I'd love to adventure again one day. Look, the eclipse is starting. Not a bad show, right? It's true. Somehow watching it from this gazebo just doesn't get old for me. Anyway, if you haven't got lodging for the night, feel free to stay at the inn. I'll leave the upstairs room unlocked for you. Drop in at your leisure. Don't worry about payment. Shipwreck survivors stay free of charge. Oh, by the way, I know of someone who would very much enjoy meeting you. She's an avid painter and very excited about her work. She's still working on some things, and I bet she'd love to hear a tip from a professional. She usually hangs out near the inn. Take care now. Ah, certainly. Towers like that were used to send fire signals to Nava, but we don't need to do that anymore. It's a bit eerie, but late the other night, I thought I saw lights coming from inside the tower. Oh, it's probably just some kids playing a prank. I lived there for a few years, working as a baker. I do miss the bustle of the city sometimes. Take care now.
I know that I can do it if I put my mind to it!
Get down from there.
I can't fly if
Who's
I don't
there?
even try!
Nika, is that you? You must be one of the tourists. Terrible about the sinking and all that. Glad you're okay. Yada yada, etc. But will you go get Nika, the innkeeper?
Everybody,
I
turn
need
around!
help. Brilliant. I'll wait here.
If you don't all turn right now, I'm gonna jump!
Okay. Everyone turn around. I don't know what you're trying to do, but it's time to come down now.
I flew! I can't believe it! I flew!
Of course you did. I'm just glad you're back down. Don't do that again, okay?
Okay, now that I know I can fly, I won't do it again.
Ah, a newcomer. In the future, if you're ever in need of carriage to Nava, I'm your driver. My ox is strong, no?
How have you been?
I feel so adventurous staying here in Lindo. I live in Nava, but sometimes I just long for the primitive lifestyle Lindo offers. How humorous you are! I like that in a... Some may find the story of my journey utterly inspiring. Nothing could have prepared me for the muddy paths, the unbearable heat. I even had to eat outside. Overall, it was a dreadful experience. But I braved through it all. Yes, it certainly was impressive on my part. I so dearly wish my friends could see how adventurous I've become.
My garden is filled with all sorts of wriggly critters. Oh, of course he does. And what is it this time? Again? That's like the 8th time. All right, then, we'd better go help. Oh, it's really stuck, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty stuck.
I think what we need here is some soap. Would you be a dear and fetch some soap from Amin's house? It's just down the stairs and across the courtyard.
Hello there. Can I help you, traveller? Soap? Well, certainly. May I ask why? He did. Is he a friend of yours? Well, I shouldn't gossip then. Right. Well, here's some soap. Safe travels.
What do you expect me to do with that? Give the soap to Nika. Ugh.
You have the soap? Well, let's try this thing then. Here, let me have that soap.
Well, I guess it was convenient that you dropped in when you did. Thanks for getting Nika. Well, you are a nosy tourist, aren't you? Beeswax! Well, I guess it was convenient that you dropped in when you did. Thanks for getting Nika.
Did you see when it ran a reef? I've never seen anything like that.
Terrible waste of a good ship.
And it went down so quickly. It's amazing anyone made it out of that.
You certainly won't see me boarding a ship anytime soon.
So you've survived too. That means only one of us has been lost at sea. Who? Only the most important one of us all, Annabelle! Doesn't sound... us. She carries you across the oceans and you don't even learn her name. Annabelle! My ship! My wooden, sea-loving daughter! Killed by the damn reefs when we came into this miserable town. Kind of you to say so, but kindness does nothing to bring sweet Annabelle back to me. I imagine I'll be spending the rest of my days mourning Annabelle. Sitting here, dreaming of a world where she wasn't destroyed and people actually remember her name. Off with you! Trade your life for hers. Why does everyone think I have something to do with his disappearance? I've never seen him. And I certainly haven't taken him as a passenger. What? I don't know. Is that in Old Lindau? That used to be the main town. Oh, ship. Now leave me be.
Watch your step there. Lots of moving boxes round here. You're looking a little waterlogged. Guessing you just came in off of that ship. Think you even got some seaweed hanging from your ear. Yeah, we all have those days, right? I mean, my dad got in a shipwreck once. He wasn't as lucky as you, though. Oh, no, he's fine. Just lost his leg is all. Now he gets to order us around even more. So, you'll probably be exploring all over, right? Would you do me a huge favor? My brother loves raspberry-filled pastries. Loves them. He can't get enough. But raspberries don't grow here. So he puts in an overseas order every 2 weeks. It's crazy, really. Now, the thing he hates is grape-filled pastries. I mean, we all hate them, obviously, but he hates them even more. He'd destroy them all if he could, you know? He once saw an old lady eating some, and he grabbed the box and threw it in the ocean. It was the craziest thing. Okay, so what I did was fill his raspberry pastry bag with, grape pastries. Can you imagine what he's gonna do when he eats one? He'll go insane! He's always suspicious of me doing something like this, though, so it would be perfect if you could play along and act like you're a, delivery person. So, what do you say? Will you deliver them to him? Perfect! You gotta play the part, though. Really make him think they're raspberry pastries. This'll be great. Here, take these. My brother lives over in Nava, so I'll meet you there in a few days, eh? I'll probably be near the bakery. You just come find me, and I'll point my brother out to you.
We stay busy working this dock. It's hard, but fulfilling for me. We've had quite a few shipwrecks here. There's a reef surrounding the bay, and that's what does it. It shouldn't slow down traffic too much, though. I'm just glad you all made it. I work on the docks almost every day. If you ever have any questions about Lindau, come on over, and I'll do my best to help. I remember playing in there as a kid. The ocean looks beautiful from the top. I wish it wasn't locked up. Can you believe he came up with the plan for this city by himself? I'd love to meet him. Lindau is a nice port town, although we don't have much to export anymore, aside from bloom sacks. And most of our tourism these days are just people passing through, on the way in or on the way out of Nava.
The salty... That poor man. He had quite a gruff personality. I hope he's very happy, wherever he is. I lived there for a few years, working as a baker. Take care now.
have an easel! Are you an artist? So am I! Do you want to see what I made? Look! It took all day. But I want to make my next one even better. What should I do? But I don't know how to make a canvas. Alright! You're a nice artist after all. I know where some boards are. Follow me. Could you paint something? I want to watch a real artist. Painting is amazing! I want to try. Can I have a canvas? We found enough stuff, right? Yes! I'm going to use this for Miss Nika's next painting. She loves art so much. Hey, Miss Nika loves art like us. She always likes my paintings. I bet she'd like yours too. She really likes the eclipse. You should draw her that. Thanks again for the canvas. He's some really old guy. I'm pretty sure. That place is haunted. And some nights the windows light up. It's kinda creepy. I'm not scared of ghosts though.
Well, I guess it was Well, you are a nosy tourist, aren't you? Beeswax!
Ah, the traveling artist. Goodness, that painting of the eclipse is lovely. Is it for me? I bet Sandra put you up to this. Ah, this is lovely. You're too kind. I'm going to hang this in the room upstairs. Certainly.
I do enjoy this exciting new lifestyle I've adopted. Oh, it's the most wonderful city. Much better than this place. Oh, right. Say, you do some sort of art things, don't you? Do you think you could capture my sheer magnificence on canvas? I'm dying to show my friends what a remarkable traveler I've become. What stunning taste you have. Be sure to capture every bit of my elegance. Oh my, that painting. It's the most... This is wonderful. My friends will be so jealous of me. I think I'll start a collection of paintings just like this. Can you imagine? An entire wall filled with paintings of me.
You look well. Take care now.
Thanks again for the...
I saw you talking with the captain. How is she doing? I don't think I've heard her talk about much else. I wonder if she'll ever recover. How have you been? After that wreck, I may just settle down here. His disappearance was all very mysterious. I don't believe... Oh yes, I saw that from the ship.
Ah, a newcomer. I said in the future. I want you're a newcomer, and you've never been to Nava. Is not so far. And the walk is lovely. Everyone going to Nava for... And if it's the cost of the toll bridge you're worried about, know that you would have to pay it whether you're riding with me or not, if it's your first time crossing. My ox is strong, no?
Hello there, newcomer, are you? Trying to get across the bridge, I guess. I hope you've got the glowstones for it. It's not free, you know. The rule is you pay once and you can use it as much as you'd like. Oh, mate, I'm a fisher. I catch fish, I cook fish, I sell fish. You know. And mostly what I do here is fish. Sometimes I like to visit town, but not very often. What's all that you're carrying? Looks heavy. Are you some kind of painter? You know what? Maybe there's a way you can get the glowstones out of me after all. There's a gazebo in Lindau. Real pretty spot. Maybe you've been there. Anyway, I'd like a painting of that view. The gazebo is easy to find. It's just behind the inn. And I want the painting from the gazebo, not of the gazebo. It's the view, not the building, if you get my meaning. Damn fish aren't biting today.
There's nothing like a good book on a day such as this. Actually, books are the perfect way to spend any day. Do you enjoy reading? I'm glad to hear that. Perhaps I can share my favorite books with you sometime. My favorite books are the ones that inspire me to write myself. How about you? I see. We creatives, me a writer, you a painter, we've got to stay inspired. Best way I've found is to drink many cups of tea. Always gives me a boost. Speaking of writing, if you find any feathers around here, I'd happily buy them. I'm constantly losing my quills. I figure 3 should do it. For now though, I must get back to reading. I think something fabulously dramatic is about to happen. Is there something else? Ah, that would be Azad. A brilliant, brutally honest, and highly misunderstood man. Undoubtedly too curt for his own good. Perhaps that's why many Lindau folk found it difficult to maintain amicable relations with him. Is there something else? Aha, my fellow bookworm. Oh, wonderful. Hopefully this is enough to last me a while. I do hate scouring the forest floor for these. If you find any more, I'll pay you. Is there something else?
Looky here, you've gone and painted the gazebo view. Are you willing to... How about that? Got myself something fancy. See you around.
Oh, hello there. Mind the plants underfoot. What can I do for you? I spend a lot of time studying and documenting new plant life. Just yesterday, I believe I discovered a new sort of lily pad. I like to go walking over there. It's nice to take in the sea air from time to time. We've got great plant diversity, and I can always get imported teas from the storehouse. We've also got more wild bloom sacks than anywhere else. As far as I know, he left Lindau a long time ago and never returned. Unfortunately, believe it or not, I've never been. I'm not sure Bojan would care much for the bustle. Mind the plants underfoot!
It is a bloom sack, Raph. It does not. It looks quite nice if you ask me. I made it after all. I might, but only if you meet the right requirements. My only requirement is that you be my friend. One of my best friends, to be exact. I understand. Quite reasonable. Let us begin learning about one another. Is your favourite colour orange or yellow? I see. Now, if you had to choose between eating slugs or cakes, which would you eat? Maybe I can make you some slug cakes? This next one will be tricky. If you saw a frog stranded all alone on a lily pad, what would you do? I wouldn't have expected that kind of dedication from you. I feel as if I have come to know you very well. Would you agree that we can be friends now? Oh, wondrous! Here, now we can sit on rafts together. You'll need some twine to keep it all together. I don't know how to make that, but Ona has a lot of it. You also need wax, and that's very hard to find. Sometimes there's stale candles. But don't tell Ona.
I saw some birds flying around a few nights ago. I especially like the ones that do this. Ooh, ooh. What a fun way to talk. Ooh. Fancy city folk, but they do buy my... Bye now.